The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
What up? I'm not your average Joseph, and this is the Podical Sons. You're probably wondering to yourself, where's Sofa King Marvelous? Well, he ain't around right now, taking some much needed rest and relaxation, and I figured it's my turn to do one of these solo efforts since he's already got busy and done his own. So mine will be a little bit different this time. I think I'm gonna do some of the 5 Minutes of Sons episodes simply because they're popping and some of y'all might not know of it. So yeah, we'll do some recollecting and go back to some of the previous conversations that we either found funny or found entertaining or just informative. And with that being said, you know what? I want to start off with one of my favorites, which is actually not a 5 minutes at all. It's actually a Sons on the Streets. So yeah, kick it with me for a bit. I promise I'll entertain you. I might not be as wild and crazy as Sofa King Marvelous, but your boy will do his best. Right? Got it.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh my God, no, it's not.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Why not?
Because it's in its own category. When you go to McDonald's, can I have a sandwich? You don't see hot dogs under the sandwich category.
But they short form everything and stuff in today's time. LOLs and everything is short form for laugh out loud. So why not short form instead of saying hot dog sandwich on the side? What makes a sandwich a sandwich?
The 2 pieces of bread?
What's 2 pieces of bread though?
Because
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is a sandwich because it goes between something. It's not a classic sandwich. A classic sandwich is 2 pieces of bread, but it is a sandwich.
That's my girl. That's what I'm talking about. I've been trying to explain that to the world. You're the only person that makes sense tonight. Thank you. All right, we got another R&B diva. Ready for the Podical Son question fun time?
All right. Hey, what's up? My name is Mo Spence. You can find me on Instagram, mo.spencemusic. We had an amazing night tonight. Oh my goodness, we killed it.
That y'all did. That y'all did.
Yes,
Ready
yes.
for this? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Why not?
Because there's no okay, well, I can't.
So the first one up is called Emotional Rollercoaster, taken from episode 116, Emotion of the Ocean. All right, check it out.
Yo, can you control your feelings? Are you good at controlling your feelings?
Yes.
What makes you angry? Like
Ignorant people.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't work with ignorance. I can work with stupidity. I can't work with ignorance.
Yeah, I can work with stupidity. I can't work with ignorance.
No, because, all right, do you consider yourself a sensitive person?
Somewhat.
To what extent?
Sensitive to the point where I think I'm more in tune with my emotions.
You're more in tune with your emotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I find stuff tugs on my heartstrings a little bit more nowadays.
The voice change and everything.
Yeah.
What tugs on your heartstrings? Not your average Joseph.
Acts of kindness.
Random acts of kindness.
Like if I watch something and it's like if it's really moving, I find myself feeling I'll find myself feel like really moved about it. I'll be like, what's wrong with me?
So what? You see it on TV or you see it in person? Like
TV, in person.
But you don't know
it's just
you
got
don't know the context behind it. You just know that it's a random act of, or it's a kind act.
A kind act. And a lot of times, if I'll know the context behind it, you know what I mean? It's not always a situation where
it's not staged?
It's not staged, you know what I mean? But yeah, I find, I'll be more receptive to it as far as my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm not the type to have my feelings hurt. I'm not the type to get mad instantly.
I think, but that's part of the aspect of with you and you not getting your feelings hurt. You've come away, like you said, to master the whole rejection aspect.
Right.
So you know things aren't gonna always go your way.
Exactly.
And then you've trained and taught yourself that kind of thing to be conditioned to not take things personal and everything. So you're emotional.
Yes.
As men, we're not really taught too much to kind of go into the emotional thing from our generational time.
Yeah.
These new generation young men and stuff, they beg to. I hope it's different. Like with my son, I don't try to let him hold back from.
Oh no,
crying.
this new generation, they emo, boy.
They emo.
They emo, bro. They emo, bro. You listen to the music. It's sad. It's moody.
But they've been had sad music,
It's all
moody
time.
music from back then.
It's even it's like 3 to 4 times now.
You think
bro.
so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Nah, I listen to a lot of music. I feel like it's.
When did you think? When do you feel music started getting moody to you? When did music started getting moody to you?
Well, I think it's like what form of moody we talking about? Like emotional breakup, or we talking about like I'm just sad and depressed? If we're talking about I'm sad and depressed, I want to say that kind of came from like the rock era, because like look at the Kurt Cobain, the Smell Like Teen Spirit type of thing, Nirvana.
Yes.
Like I felt like then it was moody and emotional. That's like early '90s, right?
Yeah.
Because he even took his own life.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like it's always been there, and I think the only thing is difference is that, especially when it comes to music, we live in a time where we're not dependent on the radios, or we're not dependent on like the CDs and stuff like that. It's instant gratification. Like, fuck, I love that song, Mad World. Let me hit play on Mad World. Mad World. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams on which I'm dying are the best I ever had.
Right at your fingertips.
Yeah. Instant gratification. So, I mean, it's just there to be on repeat a lot more.
Right.
But I still feel like it was still there. But they've been had emo people, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. I feel like you're more emotionally intelligent than emotional. Can you agree with that?
I can agree with that.
Like, you know the difference between the two, right? Like, emotional is more of your feelings, like what you extenuate to, like, I don't know what to put.
How you react.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see something happy, it makes you happy, you know. You might be ecstatic, you might be sad, and then you're emotionally intelligent, you're kind of aware of body language, certain type of things from another person.
Cool. All right. So the second clip is called Play Your Position, taken from the episode 119, Who Shot Ya? And basically how this came about was I woke up in my feelings. Well, not necessarily in my feelings, but thinking about why everybody are trying to be someone else as opposed to being themselves. And if everybody would just be themselves, we all have a role to fill, and those roles would be filled neatly, precisely, just like a jigsaw puzzle, right? And then Marv got a wind of it, and he brought it up on the episode. So this is Play Your Position, basically us giving you our thoughts about why people need to be who they're meant to be. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you hit up the people and stuff on the social medias. No, not even all social medias. That's why you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You hit people off on the Instagram and the Facebook on like your words of encouragement to the masses to kind of, you know, shed a little light and everything. And
Right.
it has a little, I want to say it doesn't have a little. That's disrespecting you. It had a nice ripple effect or residual
Yeah.
from what you said to like people that we know like that will follow us on those particular platforms,
Right.
and then to a person who end up getting to it. Like by the time you folks hear this, I will repost what he said in my story, so you can get the link and stuff, and then you can see it on my social on Instagram, because the only social media I have. But I mean, when I was looking at it, when somebody came at me and stuff, and they're like, yeah, some people need to like really stay in their lane, because you know, they're trying to do the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So I was saying stuff, I'm like, yo, I don't know if you can regurgitate it off memory.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because it was really based. The feelings was really based off of a conversation that we had like the day before.
Right.
And I just woke up, you know, with that feeling that I had to get out. And the reason why it wasn't on all social medias is because I was literally just
in a moment.
And IG was open, so I just went and I just did an IG post. Now the funny thing is that IG's tied to Facebook, so it just automatically
right.
Gotcha. So that's how it ended up on Facebook.
Okay.
But really and truly, you know, you turn on social media, and it's not just a nowadays thing, but I mean I think it's more prevalent nowadays, where everybody's just trying to be like that next person. And I'm like, if we're all trying to be one person, where does the individuality come in, right? And if we're all trying to be like, let's say, for instance, a rapper, what happens when we need a doctor? You know what I mean? Where's all the doctors at? And it just really goes back to, I mean, another conversation that what we had, where people don't take the time out to find out who they really are.
Absolutely.
And what they really should be doing. They just instantly see somebody who might be having success in a particular field, doing a particular thing, and say, hey, I can do that. I want to do that. And automatically want to go ahead and do that and be that.
But it's the social media aspect, right? And then that's part of the thing where we spoke about that situation with the conversation we had prior to the day before you making the post.
Yes.
And it's like social media gives people, I want to say, like I said, it's a highlight reel of a person's life. You've never seen nobody post anything about past due bills, cleaning toilets, real shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? It's just like entertainment, and this is what I can look like in the best of, like, resume shit.
Right, exactly.
And when I look at it a lot of times, I'm like, you're absolutely right. Like, it comes down to where people just chasing something. Like, I don't know you, I'll see you and everything, and you're living your day-to-day life. This is your normal life.
Normal life.
Things that you normally do and everything like that. Say if I want to, I come here and, I play with the drum machine and everything like that. It'd be like, I could produce beats. It ain't that easy. It is not that easy.
It's not that easy. And you come in here with the thoughts of you can produce beats, but maybe you're really supposed to be a writer. And you never even
took the time
to say that. Because by the time I'm making beats, I'm looking around, I'm saying to myself, damn, I wish I had a writer who could write stuff to my beats. See, that's the other part of the equation, what people miss out on, is that you could be offering something, or you potentially could be offering something that people are missing out on. So that's when I said, if you look at this as one big giant puzzle, right? And each puzzle piece is a unique piece that fits a unique spot, right? And nobody else or no other piece can fit that spot. What happens? There's no cohesiveness at that section of the puzzle because it's missing a piece. Meanwhile, you have 10, 15, 20 pieces trying to fit in a spot over there that's only designed for one person.
Yeah. Hey, but people don't look at
people don't look at it like that.
No.
And I had. All right, so we're getting into it now, right? Some of y'all might have presidents, some of y'all might have prime ministers. But what all of us should expect from these presidents and prime ministers is that they are going to do what is needed to be done for the people, right? I mean, after all, we elect them, right? They should be handling our business. So, again, this is presidential treatment taken from episode 111, The Snowman. I think we had something to do with Jeezy. That's why it was named that way. Being that first enjoy.
Black
president, first of all, you're setting precedents with anything that you do, right? And then you got to think of the opportunity of the next black person who's coming up.
The Morgan Freemans?
The Morgan Freemans of the world. You gotta pay attention to them, right? So you can't lean so far left to the black culture and alienate the whites over here. Because then the whites will never
put another black
ever put another black person in there.
Right.
You gotta show that you're gonna be fair across the board. And I think that's what he tried to do, but you're right. It's like you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody.
Yeah.
The black people will be the first to say, Obama ain't do nothing for us.
Shit, yeah.
Right?
That's why you have all these black people that became like black Republican Trump supporters and stuff.
Right.
You're right.
You know what I mean? He ain't do nothing for us. You got the white people say, oh, he ain't do nothing for us, right?
Yeah. I don't know though. Like,
I don't know too, man. I don't know, man.
I just want to say
All right, so cause we're in, what day are we in? Because it was 74 days he has before he officially has to leave office.
Oh, you're counting down.
Oh, well, he trying everything to stay in, bro.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. January 20th, he out.
January 20th.
January 20th,
right.
he out.
Okay.
2021, he out.
So
he getting evicted.
As of the 21st, how long are we giving Biden?
Well, they go by 100-day report card.
Yeah.
That's what I go by.
You go 100 days.
I go by the 100-day report card. After that, then that's when I consider whosoever like president. So like when people said for the longest Donald Trump wasn't a politician, after 100 days, he's a politician. He's the highest seat of a fucking politician could be. President of the United States.
Now, you think Biden gonna last the 4 terms, or you think?
Man, you trying to make me wish death on people?
No, I'm trying to make you wish death on them.
You said I said Bushwick Bill. I killed Bushwick Bill on the podcast before Bushwick Bill passed.
Which is true.
I sometimes like to see the future.
It's true.
Sometimes I see the future.
All right. What's your predictions on this?
That I'm gonna enjoy life. I'm gonna mind my fucking business. I'm not gonna let you bring me that. This guy. He's trying to say, yo.
I'm just saying. We know he's, you know what I mean, he's of age there.
Yo, but I just got Irish people to start liking me.
But you know what though? He's the president. I'm pretty sure. I mean, whatever, you know, superb medical treatment, rehabilitating.
He's first in line.
You know what I mean?
He's first in line.
He's getting that. He's getting anything regenerative. He might have a new body by the time the 4 years is up.
I want to run for president.
Shit.
Get a new body.
Yo,
I want to be.
Trump went in with COVID. They gave him a cocktail of the finest shit.
Yo.
And dude came out nice.
Yo, what kind of new body we trying to get if you're a president though? What are you getting on this new body? If you're doing upgrades, you're doing upgrades on
knock off about 20 years off of this, man. You they won't put back the rewind the speedometer about 20 years.
So you have like a Benjamin Button type of body.
Yeah.
20. You still look young.
I know, but I look younger.
You gotta kill some of the Don King Gray.
Well, I mean, that's going to be part of the regenerative process.
Okay, so in the new body, you have all black hair.
I'm going to have all black hair.
Okay, what else?
Muscles that I never worked for.
I know.
Yeah, bro.
I know.
This is it.
I never had a six-pack. Always had a keg. Always had a keg.
There you go. You ain't got to work for it. It's regenerative.
I have a fucking perfect smile.
Dude.
I be taller.
Come on.
I be taller.
Come on, bro.
I be taller.
What could you not have when you the president and you're getting all the finest things in the world?
You changing your dick?
I might add a little inch to it. you know. Big man on campus.
Big man on the White House grounds.
Big man on the White House grounds.
Be like, there's no white lies with this big black dick. Yo. All right.
President, you need to tee off. Just hold on a second.
Teeing off with your dick? Yo, that's out of pocket.
That's out of pocket.
Yo, that's a show off shit.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, yo, they show, you know when they always show presidents golfing and everything?
Yeah.
They have Lego blocks on your dick area and stuff, whatever. They'd be like, damn, why do you blur out his club for? That's his bedroom club.
I'd be like, hole in one, and not the hole you're thinking of.
Click.
All right. So now, while these politicians line their pockets, I can say that, right? Because that's what they do sometimes, right? I can say that. While they line their pockets, there's got to be a greater concern for us to line ours, right? So we brought in Kerry Escoffrey, a money expert, an investment expert, and somewhat of a real estate expert, right? So he is basically telling us what we need to do in order to get our weight up. So this one is Money Talks, taken from, I believe it was 131, Money Cash Dogs? Money Cash Dogs. Yeah, Money Cash Dogs. 131, Money Talks. Hope this one helps you.
So, what would you recommend for like a beginner to investments? Like, what steps would you recommend? So you said real estate.
Yeah.
Now, what if you don't have the capital for real estate and stuff for it? Do you just save your money until you become ready to do the real estate dance? Do you recommend anything else in between?
Yeah. So I would say that there's a stage of saving and accumulating some capital to make your first true investment opportunity, right?
Okay.
And so stack a little bit first,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the reason why I'm partial to real estate is I have this 3-part process to how I identify opportunities, right?
Okay.
The first piece is it's relatively easy. I don't want to say super easy, but it's easier to establish an investment opportunity that yields some benefit in the future.
Okay.
Okay. So like if I have a 10-year horizon and I park some money and I can forget about it for 10 years and I don't necessarily need this thing to start making me money today, there are super passive investment opportunities where you can park that capital and know that you're now setting yourself up for the future.
Okay.
So I always say start by setting yourself up for the future. Not about how you're going to generate a return in the here and now, today, tomorrow. Tomorrow I got... It's
like the George Foreman grill. Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
That shit might burn depending on the meat.
set it and forget it. And I like real estate as a vehicle for that because one can go out, buy a passive real estate investment, like say, let's call it a condo. I bought a condo, and I've now put a tenant in that condo, and that condo is in a relatively stable rental market. And it's just kind of doing its thing. And it's not necessarily bringing me money in today, but that person is servicing the debt, right? The mortgage that I have on that. And I'm building equity over time, right? And I've kind of set it and forget it. Right. I put my $30,000, $40,000 down into this condo. I put a tenant in there that, that tenant may cycle out and a new tenant might cycle in, but it's a relatively passive investment. And it's not throwing off cash at you today because the rent that's coming in is likely going towards paying down the mortgage, covering your property taxes, whatever other expenses you may have.
Got it.
But you're building equity.
Right.
And that equity will have, you'll have a lot of value to extract in 10 years, in 15 years, 7 years. If you have like a nice real estate, if you're in a nice real estate market where you're kind of riding the returns, right? But it's relatively passive. So it's setting and forgetting something for the future. That's the first thing that I suggest.
Okay.
Right?
What about those Airbnbs? Like, what if you have to buy a property and then use that as an Airbnb? Because I noticed some people are doing that as well.
100%. So, which is going into number 2.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. All right. I'm ahead of the game.
So number 2 now is, okay, you know what? I parked some money. So I know that when I want to retire, I have $300,000, $400,000 in equity value sitting in 3-4 years. I'm sorry, in 10, 15, 20 years time.
Right.
It's just $300,000, $400,000 is just there. It's gonna be waiting for me. I'll call you when I get there.
Yeah.
Right. But it's doing its thing. Now you start to say to yourself, okay, well, now that I've figured out the future and how there's going to be something for me in the future, how do I start thinking about the today? Right. And so you got to get a little bit more aggressive. Right. It's not as passive as that is. So enter something like short-term rental as an example, right?
Right.
Now I can couple something and say, okay, well, I'm going to invest in this piece of real estate. This piece of real estate is not only going to just cover my mortgage and the other expenses associated with holding that piece of real estate, but if I get more aggressive with my strategy, I can actually have some cash flow coming in. So I'm actually making more than I have than I have going out from the carrying costs associated with that.
Nice.
Right. and it's a bit more management, right?
Right.
You know, your Airbnb, you got to manage guests.
Right. When people come in and out, you have to do the maintenance and everything.
Linen, cleaning, all
Right.
that stuff. So it becomes a bit more aggressive, but now you're kind of doing two things, right? You're kind of have an asset into the future, but you're also generating some cash flow because with Airbnb, you're typically making more than you have carrying costs going out to carry the property.
Nice.
Right. So you're netting another, say, $2,000 a month that can go into your
pocket.
Because opposed to having the rental income coming in, you're having income coming in from from Airbnb guests.
Short-term rental, yeah.
And you can probably, depending on the market, you can increase whatever you're doing that night for, and so forth.
So I'll give you like some.
Cool. Yeah. And for those who may not know, we also do a page called the Buy Black Fridays, where we encourage those in the Black community, first Friday of every month, to buy black. And if you can't buy black, save your money, right? It doesn't make sense we invest in everybody else and not invest in ourselves. So that's kind of the idea behind it. And it's not exclusively left for the Black community. Listen, y'all, those who rock with us. And we're asking you to support our cause as well as support our community as well. All right. So, with that being said, this one is called Pay It Forward, taken from episode 112, Nate Night Out. And basically how it came about is, listen, you can't expect something from nothing. And whenever there's good being done to you, you should pay it forward and do the good to someone else, right? So pay it forward.
Yeah, jogging pants on and a doobie wrap.
looking nothing like it.
Nothing like that. I was like, black men don't cheat. Question of the week, folks. I had to get that one off my chest. Question of the week. Can you use a gift card on a date?
Shit. Like a restaurant gift card?
Yo. Shit. Somebody blessed me the other day. Before you answer, somebody blessed me the other day.
Right.
They're like, yo. But they said they're off till such and such to like the new year.
Right.
They had enough vacation time because they were saving everything from the COVID time, and they're gonna be off from work. Somebody I work with, and she gave me an envelope. She's like, I just was giving out my little Christmas cards and everything. So shit, I know you were grinding your ass out, all of the above, especially with this COVID time and everything. She's like, yo, if the hospital appreciates you, me and my unit, we appreciate you. She's a manager.
Nice.
She slid over to give the thing, whatever. I opened it up. It was like a little Feliz Christmas Kwanzaa card and everything.
Right.
And it had a $50 gift card for keg.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm like, slap. But I'm like, now restaurants are closed.
Right.
Indoor dining. But I was like.
But even when you do, you're not the type to go eat by yourself.
So, right.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't got no boo now, right? So, it would definitely be like a date.
Right.
I was like, how do I look? Be like, sir, your bill?
No.
Be like, hold on.
No,
take this gift card real quick.
No, see, no. See, this is how you do it. I'm gonna show you how you get away with it. Cause you gonna use that gift card, son. This is how you gonna do it. So when they come to the table with the bill, right? Mm-hmm. You put the bill down and you say, take out your wallet, right? Mm-hmm. Pull the credit card out. Mm-hmm. Make sure the gift card is behind the credit card. Oh. So when you pull the credit card out, the gift card drop now. Oh shit! I ain't used this keg gift card yet. No, and we in the keg.
No, you fucked it up, man. You know what I thought we were going with it? I thought you were going with it with you put the keg card, the gift card underneath.
Yeah.
And then you put your card on top. And
you can do that.
You just fold the book and just get in the book. So now when they're about to go ring up some shit, they're like, oh shit, let's take the $50 off this first.
Yeah, I like
and then
yours.
take the difference.
I like yours. See, I was going with the shock. I was oh shit, I still got this. I might as well use it.
No, because he was, come on. Fucking with Shorty. Look how many times we interact with fucking Shorty.
Right.
Shorty like, You're a crony.
Meet me back at my house with a 6-pack.
Yo, exactly. Yo, these girls are smart, not your average. These girls are smart.
Yeah, all right. So that's the plan then. So you're gonna tuck it underneath the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Slap that
Close
bitch
the book and
into the book.
just hand them the book. So then they'd be like,
then you'd be like, there's something in there for you. just in case he missed the gift card.
yo, could you imagine? You see, like, you're like, nigga, did you minus some $50? Yo,
No.
He's like, no.
Where's my gift card?
Holy yo.
No.
It's getting hot. Yo. But that shit would hurt me. That shit would hurt.
Yeah.
It would hurt.
That would hurt.
Damn, that could have went to the gas tank.
Shit.
Could have bought some food my damn self on a low ski. Yo.
Shit. You just hear somebody in the background? Shit, I just found a $50 gift card. I'm about to fill. Oh,
I wipe my face like this. I'll be like, excuse me for a moment. Hey, man. My waiter dropped that shit. He walked past. I see him zigzag through the table. That's mine.
That's my shit.
Shit, why'd you get up? I thought I knew him somewhere or whatever, but he looked like this guy I know.
Yeah, wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. So you can use a gift card on there.
You can.
Yes.
You can.
Yes. I'm gonna poll that question.
You can.
I'm gonna poll that question.
Be careful how you poll it, just in case you have a gift card. And when your dates so happens to take your poll. I'm just saying.
Yikes! All right, man. Let's get to the Axel Sons and slide up out of here. First question comes from Luca. How do you wash up?
This one, I don't even know what to say about this one other than it's one of my favorites. The Clot Family, taken from the episode 126, The 5 Deadly Clots. And yeah, I think it's self-explanatory, but watch for yourself.
Like the Pepe Le Pew comment.
Right.
And a good example of that, right? In Europe, there's a reggae festival, and the reggae festival is called Clot.
Fitting name for a reggae festival.
Fitting name for a reggae festival, right?
Right.
And as Jamaicans, we'll throw around Clot like it's nothing, right?
My mama threw out like 4 of them things, so I just call it 5 clot. Clot, Ross clot, pussy clot, blood clot. So I just add in table
the Clot
clot.
family.
The Clot.
The Clot family.
5 clots.
Yeah, the 5 deadly clots.
It's 5 deadly clots.
But in Jamaica, on a stage show, you can't say that word. And if you say that word, you get fined.
That makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all, right?
What the hell? Are you lying to me?
That's what I think it was the reggae artist Spice. I think that's what she was one of the things she was complaining about. Cause she's like, yo, imagine this. I'm in a festival. The festival is named the Clot. Do we need to define Clot for our audience?
Yes. I would love to. You elaborate for me. What did Clot mean to you? Because I feel like I tend to wrap all of them in one at times, but it's the context. Go ahead.
See, and here's the thing, because I think I'm going with the etymology, which I think all of it derives from blood clot.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that blood clot is just a natural fact of your blood clotting.
Yeah, the clotting of your blood.
How that became a curse word, I don't know.
I think one dude probably cut his finger and stuff somewhere, and then like he realized the blood's not dripping no more. He's like, "What is? I'm a blood clot.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
Did I what? Bumble clot. Yeah, Mark. You know.
What is that? Ross clot. Blood clot.
Yeah. I look at it stuff as I tell some people that this is my expression. Feel free to crucify me. Jamaicans come hunting for me. Man a bad man. Man ain't scared.
And you probably shouldn't be getting your Jamaican translations from us,
especially not from my podcast.
But hey, we digress. Go ahead.
I'm made from Jamaican blood. I am not Jamaican.
That's it.
And I'll say that shit real quick.
That's it.
But I always use it as like kind of like one of those words like fuck.
Yeah.
Like fuck
Yeah.
is a word and stuff to me. I it's used as a noun, person, place, or a
Right.
thing. So
Like how the British use cunt.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like blood clot, blood clot, bumble clot, Ross clot, those things are kind of like interchangeable. Pussy clot, too-ish to an extent, but I look at pussy clot as more of a person.
Yeah. That's more of a designation.
Yeah.
You're getting that.
Yeah,
label.
yeah, yeah.
You're getting
you're
that.
getting
label.
that.
That's
whatever,
the label
right?
you're
So
getting.
I'm gonna call you a pussy clot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
yeah.
like the couch is a pussy clot. Like no,
No,
poor
no.
couch. You did
Yeah.
nothing but give me comfort
Yeah.
on my sick days. I wouldn't call you a pussy clot.
And I think, and I think the Ross clot, I think is more of a surprise term.
Elaborate. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's just an extension because you know what I mean. It's like Ross clot, Ross clot, Miras. Because you can even short it Miras.
I thought Ross was just ass.
It
just
is.
like
It is. It's the same as Bumble.
my ass clot and Bumble. Yeah.
Yeah, Ross and Bumble, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because people can say me Bumble, Miras.
No, but I'm shocked though. You can't say shit like that at a festival.
Well, I mean, their whole thing in Jamaica is you can't curse at all, right? So, and if you think about Jamaican music, a lot of it has cursing in it.
Yeah, like Tony Matron, one of my favorite songs is Dirty One.
Okay.
Fucking out of water, fucking out of sea,
Yeah.
fuck on the bushes,
Yeah,
fuck on a
yeah.
tree. Yeah,
You
like
can't say those F words on stage. You can't. So this is what I'm saying, right? This is like
wild.
The freedom is on the wax,
Yeah.
right? But if try to make it translate in other places, sometimes it just does not work. You just don't have that freedom of speech
Gotcha.
that you would normally do.
Okay. So we talk about freedom of speech in hip hop. Let's talk about Bobby. His release. How did that make you feel? Your thoughts on his release?
Well, I'm glad that the brother's out. First and foremost. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody should be caged, especially if. So, we happen to have guests that have become fan favorites. Ben Dillinger and another one named Shorty. And this is actually an episode with Shorty called Road to Guy Code, taken from 109. Shut up and provide. I ain't gonna say no. Just listen to Shorty and Marv. They go at it time to time. Yeah.
I don't want to hear the stories. I think that's your obligation and stuff, whatever. Like
To shut it down?
Yeah, just to shut it down. Like you're if we're in a monogamous relationship and stuff, whatever, just shut it down and just call it a day.
Okay, but then we have people like Aisha Curry. Men don't pay attention to me. I don't need no attention from other men. There's people like that.
Turn your head and look at that nigga over there. I've been telling you.
I was agreeing with you. What are you talking about?
Shut your ass
You
up.
need to go back.
You on the bandwagon, then you off the
You
bandwagon.
need to go back to the tapes. I was with you. I said, listen, she don't need no attention from nobody else. Ain't nobody gonna give her attention because they already know who her damn husband is. Why is she crying?
And what'd your groupie ass say?
It's kind of true though, where like if you're dating a man of a certain status, like people may not approach you. Like he's
you want to be approached if you're in a relationship?
He's a public figure. Now that I understand what she's saying in a sense of like, am I still attractive because no one's fucking stepped to me in a while? Regardless. But you have to understand that when your man is a public figure, those numbers start to diminish. Everybody loves Steph Curry. Like, no one hates Steph Curry.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. No
He's a
one
nice
hates Steph
guy.
Curry. So those numbers are going to diminish. But then you might be like, am I still, like, if you're an insecure kind of, like, you start
But
to
if he
pick
tells
at
her,
yourself,
but if he tells
you know?
her you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, and all the above,
I think
why
she's
does it
tripping.
matter?
I think she's bugging. And you said, your man's a fucking multimillionaire. Sit down. Relax. You're bugging. You're good.
She just didn't have nothing else to say on that talk show.
Yeah. I felt like she
That's
just,
what it was.
But I honestly, I felt like I understand where she's coming from, but I'm like, yo, you are married to Steph Curry, like, and you've been with him since you've been a kid, like, you've been with him forever. What the fuck are you bawling about? Like, it'd make more sense if she just said, like, oh, you know, like, you start to wonder, like, do I still look good? Do I still, you know, have that little fire to me? You know?
And the truth of the matter is that she's in different circles now. And I mean, originally she's what? She's originally from. She's
Here.
originally from here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Drop her back into the hood where she originally from.
Man, to walk up to her.
Man's is chopping her.
Yeah,
Man,
her.
she's getting chopped left, right, and center.
I shot my shot after she said that shit. I slid right in her DM.
Oh my god, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Like, no, that's what I guess. Like, Marv is right. Like, or sorry, Joseph is right. Like, in certain places, I guess people would still just kind of be like, yo,
shooters gonna shoot, baby.
Yeah, but
Shooters gonna shoot. She just in the wrong circles.
Yeah, like no one in Beverly Hills is gonna fucking walk up to Aisha, like Steph Curry's wife. Not even your name doesn't exist anymore. You're just Steph Curry's wife.
Exactly.
And no one's gonna be like, oh wow, you're beautiful. Can I like take you on a date? Like, for what?
I mean, they already know you're beautiful. They're just not gonna acknowledge.
Yeah,
it.
like let me just mind my business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No one's saying you're not beautiful. It's just, you know.
Yeah, you're Steph Curry beautiful.
Yeah, your Steph Curry is beautiful. That's it. That's where you belong.
Actually, that might be a thing though. Yeah, you're your husband's beautiful.
Yeah, your husband's beautiful.
But some women won't be happy with that.
I dated a guy, and like people, me and him were together for a while, and like I kind of noticed that like you said, when you're within the same circle.
Yeah.
Like, people that would normally compliment me, not that, like, I cared for it, but I noticed that they stopped saying anything to me altogether.
Right.
Like, certain men, they just stop breathing, like, air. Like, they just, anytime I walk that head, I don't even know what that is. Like, the fuck? They didn't say nothing to me. And
You
then
felt the type of way about it?
I didn't feel the type of way about it, but I took notice of it that, like, oh, this one guy, he would always tell me, like, you always smell so good, your perfume smells so good. Like, you just, like, he's just, all the time. Then when he realized who I was with, he just started talking to me. And he's just like, oh, okay. Like, I think
that's guy code though. You know what I mean? Because more time, listen.
And it depends on if they respect the man too.
I'm with my boys. If a guy came in with a girl and she's looking fire, the first thing a man's gonna tell you is say, "Yo, are you with that?"
And if he
say yeah, and he says, all right,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. If you say no, he's gonna tell you, nah, go ahead.
He's
and
gonna
step up and go talk.
He'll
you know how much rap and R&B songs made about stealing a person's woman and boo and all that type of shit. Miss me with that.
But they're not
shit.
following guy code, Marv.
They've been not following guy code.
Respect for the man too.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the respect thing. I agree with what you were saying.
So if they don't respect the man, then it's like, why would I care?
Guy code, but there's a guy code, Marv. I'm telling you, if I see a dude,
and I know that you're not a random nigga,
you have respect.
Yeah.
Guy code.
Yeah, that's not every damn guy.
No, not every guy follows guy code.
And that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the bar, if we're using guy code and stuff, there's tons of dudes that breach guy code.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie. There is tons of guys that breach guy code, but it's a code. If I see you, if you come in with a girl, right? The correct thing to do is to ask you, are you with that lady, right?
Exactly.
If you're with that lady, then cool. I'ma back off. If you're not, I'ma shoot my shot. That's how guy code gotta work. Okay. But not everybody respects guy code.
Yeah. So we got some different kind of kids out here today, folks.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're winding down now. This one is called To Pee or Not to Pee. That is the question. Maybe y'all should listen for the answer.
We had a little debate.
Well, yeah, a debate.
We always have some convos and everything like that. And I want to say it came to the convo where we were talking about, is squirting pee? And you advised me, said, stay woke. Don't let these chicks piss on you.
Don't be showered by anything golden.
Yo, actually, some of the squirt that I see on porn.
It's usually clear.
It's clear.
It's usually clear.
I got squirted on once, but I was disgusted because it was in a position.
Were you forewarned?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't forewarned. So what happened and stuff is that we're doing the deed. I'm from the back, and like me, I like to reach around and like rub clit.
Yeah.
So I like to rub clit with if I'm in the proper position and stuff and everything and stuff. And then I just say, and then it's like, somewhere. See,
that skeet.
Well, yeah, because I'm not used to
that skeet.
Like, see, with me, I'm used to creamers,
right?
Not squirters.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now I'm like, and she's just like going through little convulsions.
Right.
So I'm like, Okay, but then I start feeling it run down my sock because I got my socks on. When having sex, I got ugly toes.
See now, this may be a good reason why you shouldn't wear your socks.
This may be a good reason why you should shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
Anywho,
you gotta go home with creatine socks.
Well, one sock. I went home with one sock. I was like, these socks are too fly to kind of just dump right here. So I think.
So do you think possibly that might have been the first time she ever squirted, and she just didn't know she was a squirter to say, hey, listen, I might warn you that if you go a little too strenuous, a little too heavy, it might just.
Okay, so me at the time, I was in my early 20s, and I never really seen porn in that genre.
Okay.
With the squirting thing.
Yeah.
So I just thought she pissed on me. Because I was pissed off that she pissed on me.
Right.
Whatever. Right. I'm like, this motherfucker, why we having sex? You couldn't just say, Marv, can you give me a hot minute and everything, and we can move it to the washroom and everything? But I was like, she pissed on me, and then like, no, it wasn't that. It was squirt. And then somebody's like, did you sniff the sock? I'm like, no. Well, why did you sniff the sock since you had evidence? Whatever.
That's
like,
how you detect?
Because they said it won't have a pee smell to it. Whatever, right? Because scientifically, if we're going by it, it's orgasm. So 95% is female ejaculation orgasm.
Right.
2% is the protease enzyme, which is creatine.
Okay.
And 3% urea.
Right.
Urea comes from the urethra, hence urine. I'm not fucking with that. So I'm not about to hold up the soggy sock and like smells like an R. Kelly movie set. No, I'm not about that life.
Because even 3% is too much for me.
Yo. What did you say? If you got one drop of black?
1% of black in you that make you black? 3% of pee, that's you got up 2 percentages right there.
That's called piss. That's called piss. And I think the thing was so funny and stuff was like the response and then like the Q&A.
Our responses are always crazy.
The people, there was one dude, what he said? What did he say? He's like, he was definitely a black dude. He's like, yo, niggas is trying to drink and catch that shit in their mouth. I was like, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. That's just not for me. But 67% said, yes, it is.
Tis pee.
Tis piss.
Tis piss.
Tis piss. And yeah, I was dying laughing, but some people, no, it's not. But the people who voted, most of the people said it's not for women, except for me, because I did the research and realized it's not really.
We should have a poll. We should poll the women and see how many have versus how many wish they've had.
To squirt? Man, so
because some women are curious and some women just don't care at all.
So I spoke to a woman and she said her fiance had an event. They're like, yo, they were, they smoked trees, and she's like, they were smoking and stuff with her. She's like, I don't understand. They're going off like a sprinkler and stuff, whatever. Some of these women, and shit like that, and why she can't do it, whatever, right? So she said her fiance's.
Well, I think that's about it for me. I guess this week's Ask the Sons, I'll go with a question that I get asked kind of frequently, and that's, how do you start a podcast? And I would like to say, make it small. I mean, when me and Marv first started off, it was just a laptop that I had, a couple microphones, and that was it. And basically, choose a topic that you like to discuss and take it from there. I mean, with Marv and I, there's no real definite topics because we just love talking to each other, and that's how it's always been. So it works for us. And keep with it, man. It's been almost 3 years we've been doing this, and I think the most part about it is just loving what you do. So we love it, and we continue to just grow. All right. So this week's So Says the Sons is, to dream is ordinary. To fulfill a dream is extraordinary. So says the Sons. All right. So remember, like, subscribe, Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on iTunes. We're on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, you name it, man. We're there, man. Also remember the website, www.podicalsons or www.thepodicalsons. And you can always hit us up there. Send us your questions. Send us your requests. Tell us how we're doing. You know, and wish Marv a happy day off in vacation time. He should be kicking it with me next week. And thank you for watching the Podical Sons. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.